Strictly Come Dancing star Michelle Tsiakkas says she was left feeling scared and helpless after becoming one of the many victims of phone theft in London.
Yes, Michelle was in Covent Garden in central London when her phone was stolen in broad daylight by a man on an e-bike. Now, Michelle then tracked her phone to Shenzhen in China, 6,000 miles away, where organised crime groups often sell stolen phones to be disassembled for the parts. As we know, this time of crime is increasing, and police estimate 2/3 of thefts in London now relate to mobile phones.
Michelle joins us now along with Sergeant Stuart Ford from the City of London Police. So you were just, were you kind of shopping, come out of a restaurant?
No, I was on my way to the dentist. It was a new dentist. I hadn't been there before.
Right.
It was early morning, around 9 a.m. Took my phone out. Within about 5 to 10 seconds of me taking it out, it was grabbed.
Wow.
And gone.
And were you even thinking about kind of phone safety or...
No, do you know what? I'm generally quite aware, I would say, as a person. I look around me, but you just can't predict these things. And this is why I would advise everyone to be super careful, because even when you think that you're well aware of your surroundings, these criminals are professionals. They come out of nowhere and your phone is gone.
And also, were you using it to find out where you were going?
That's correct, yeah. So I was...
That's exactly the problem, isn't it, with phones? We rely on it for our addresses, for maps, for all sorts of things. So just saying leave it in your bag when you're outside sort of doesn't work the way we use them anymore.
No, honestly, my advice would be if you want to use your phone, pop into a shop, you know, check directions, send a message, come back out. This is what I do now after my own personal experience. It's not worth having it out.
And you were really upset by it.
I was quite traumatised, actually. Yeah, because it's a shock. You don't expect it. It's an invasion of your personal space. When it happened, I felt like I lost the strength in my legs. I fell to my knees and I was sort of reaching out like this. I think I screamed at him as well. It was quiet because it was early morning, so that attracted some attention as well. And these lovely two ladies came and helped me out and gave me their phone.
And... did you report it to the police? I know that we had an incident on Friday night with one of our kids, and it wasn't stolen, but there was an attempt, and they thought, well, actually, you know, is it worth reporting?
Yeah.
What did you do?
This is what I thought as well, which now I'm going to be advised on. Basically, my appointment was at 9:30. The phone got stolen at 9:15. So I had 15 minutes and I thought to myself, what's the best thing for me to do in order to keep my data safe and, you know. So I first thought, call the bank, cancel my card. Call the phone provider, cancel my SIM. Call my mum, who's probably going to be worrying if I don't answer her. By the time I'd done that, I had really no time left. I needed to get my fillings done. But also, the other thing is, there were cases that had happened to my friends where it was stolen. They had contacted the police. Nothing came from it. And I thought, you know, there's so many phones being stolen every day by men wearing balaclavas. You can't see what they look like. They're on electric bikes. They take the phones. What are the chances, really, that I'm going to get this phone back? And is it worth me spending that time now to call the police?
You do feel as though, don't you, unfortunately, one of the things people feel is that police won't come, won't be able to do anything about it. And unfortunately, it is our perception this happens. Or everyone knows someone, at least one person, who this has happened to, don't they, unfortunately? But you're saying, do report it.
Yeah, you must report it to us. You know, City of London Police will respond straight away as soon as we get a call where someone's had their phone
What will you respond to do?
We will get there as soon as we can, speak to the victim, see if we can track where that phone is. If we can track where that phone is, we have resources at hand across Pan London to contact other colleagues where this phone might be. And bearing in mind, we generally find these snatchers won't just be after one phone. They'll be out for a couple of hours going round snatching. So they're often, as we know, with the Sonny Stringer case last year, 24 phones he had on him when he arrested. So that's 24 victims. We need people to contact us because we might be... It's not just to protect and look after that victim and try and get their phone back. There's other victims out there. So
you can actually report these things online, can't you, as well as phoning up?
You can.
And one of the advantages for you is, as well as being able to check CCTV, also, if you see a pattern of phone theft happening in a particular place, over time, that allows you to focus your resources on trying to identify the areas where people are most at risk.
That's exactly what we're doing at the moment. We run an Operation Swipe, and that is exactly what it's around. We're looking at hotspot areas, hotspot policing, trends, where it's happening the most. That's what we're concentrating our efforts on. But it's not just that. It's the crime investigation side of it. In the City of London Police have just got a good for our HMIC, which is similar to our Ofsted, for our investigation, and that's because we take these things seriously. We want to help our victims, and we want to deal with it.
Now, is that different for the City of London? Because, and I don't want to seem to be poor, because it's clearly the right thing to do, pouring water on it, but that has not been my experience. Is there something different if things are swiped off you physically? Because I've had phones stolen in London out of a bag. I've tried to report it, and they said, oh, do you want the insurance code number? Or do you want this so you can go to your insurance? There was no sense that police were going to come, look at the area, see where it might be. Is this something new? Is this something that... And I realise that my experience is just anecdotal, but that is the perception, I've got to say. Sorry, Stuart.
Yeah, we have a proactive crime team that are out. We don't just have officers in uniform out. We have teams of officers out in plain clothes as well. And only last night we stopped a set of people out doing this, and we caught them beforehand. But if you have your laptop or your phone stolen, again, you must contact as soon as possible.
Right.
Because it's that golden hour, it's that initial hour. If we can get involved early on, there's a much better chance of us getting your property back, your hard-earned money that you've spent on these items. You know, we don't want to be giving these away to criminals. We want people to get there, and we want to look after our victims and make sure they're getting the best service they can.
And Stuart, we've talked with you before on this programme about the work the City of London Police has done about e-bikes. I know in the case of Michelle, it was actually the Met, it wasn't in the city, but you work really closely together. But actually there is a link, isn't there, between the work that you have been doing on tackling illegal and souped-up e-bikes and also what is happening on mobile phone theft?
Yeah, I mean, City of London Police have been doing this for a couple of years now. We're pushing to get as many of these illegally adapted or bikes that are not made for our roads, which is what they're using. And we're seizing these. We're seizing them quite a few every day. We are out getting these vehicles off the road, and we know these are the vehicles they're using. I can almost tell you with certainty, almost 100% of the snatchers are using these overpowered illegal bikes to do these crimes.
I've got to say, with the phone tracking, I tried to track my phone through my laptop because it was connected to Find My Phone.
Right.
And it was switched off. So I think that these criminals know what they're doing. They switch the phone off, in which case the police can't even track them.
Well, especially if your phone was open at the time.
Which I believe it was, because I was looking at directions,
Now, I remember when Stuart came in last time, there were two things which really hit home. I don't know, I don't think I knew them before, and I don't know if Michelle knows them. One is that, from a policing point of view, if you find a stolen phone, but it is shut down, it's not open, the police find it very hard to get into the phone, to find out whose it is. But the way round that is, if you have put in your medical information with a medical contact, that can be accessed by the police and the emergency services. So therefore, they can then find from a stolen phone through that. So it's really worth putting the medical information in case your phone gets stolen. The other thing is, which we went through last time...
Well, I didn't know it, though. You taught me this morning. I bet you don't know it.
I think people should know that, actually.
Go on.
It's not really
Ed's going to tell you.
knowledge.
So the other thing is that every phone has a unique IMEI number. And what we need to do is find it out from our phone when we've got it, in order that we can then keep a record of it. So if you lose your phone, you can give the police the IMEI number. So what you do is...
It's quite easy, isn't it, to get this number?
So you press the phone icon on your phone, then you just press *#06#, and then immediately all my IMEI numbers have come up.
And if I have to blur it, so otherwise everybody know your number. Just go back to what the routine is.
So what you do is you go to your phone,
dial *#06#.
Right, let me do it again.
So should we be making a note of what this number is then?
Ready?
Yes.
*#06#. There it is.
So they're showing you that on the graphic, but dial *#06# on your phone's keypad, and you were able to do that twice really quickly. So that's what to do. And then you advised me, screen grab it, send it to an email.
Yeah, or somewhere which is going to be separate from your phone.
Yeah.
Because then you can access it, and then if you make a report, you can say, here is the number, and then if they get a stash of them somewhere in Britain or abroad, you can trace it back.
And the important thing around the medical ID that you mentioned, so if we get a phone, which we had on a little while ago, we stopped someone who'd snatched a phone, we got the phone, and because we were able to get into their medical ID, which is, for my phone, it's hold the on-off button and the volume button together for a couple of seconds, and that information comes up. It will give you a next of kin. So we had a doctor travelling down from Scotland. We were able to phone her next of kin, which was her daughter. Her mum was on her way to buy a new phone. She desperately needed a phone. You're quite vulnerable without your phone now. Everything's on it.
Oh, yeah.
We were able to reunite this doctor with her phone within about half an hour, just purely because we could get straight into her phone. So that's quite important as well.
And mine says I'm an organ donor as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
Did you know that?
Well, I mean, I do now.
Oh, you sounded surprised!
Oh, hang on a sec, though.
Listen, we can't
let
let you go.
It's got my height and my weight, and this weight is very out of date. Very
I bet it wasn't like that when you just finished Strictly, and we can't let you go without asking about this year. We're getting close, aren't we?
We're getting close, we're getting close. Rehearsals have started, so they're in full swing. We're learning all our group numbers, very exciting. So, yeah, I can't believe it, we're starting so soon.
But you've not met any of the celebs yet?
No, I don't even know who they are. Actually, we're in the same boat as the public, which the public thinks that we know more than we actually do. So we don't know who we're getting, if we're getting, who it's going to be. It's all
Do you read in the
mystery.
papers when you see the speculation, do you think to yourself, this week, Danny Dyer, that would be interesting. Do you chat about it?
Yeah, I mean, I do, but the speculations aren't always true. So, there's always people that we don't expect, so...
Well, we found out this morning, didn't we, that Stuart will definitely be watching, so you'll be glued as much as anybody. We've got fans all round.
If you ever want a police officer on the show, you know where to go.
Thanks very much
Can you do a
to both
foxtrot?
of you.
I'll try.
I'm sure you can. Everyone can.